Hi, thanks for joining me. We're going to talk about pulsed electromagnetic field therapy really fast. This is a short video just to wet your whistle. I want you to call me, email me with questions. All that information will pop up on the screen here at some point. But really quickly, what is pulsed electromagnetic field therapy and how come an audiologist is talking about it? So my name is Al Turry, Dr. Al Turry. I'm a doctor of audiology. I'm the director of audiology for the Villages Health. If you haven't heard of the Villages, it's the world's largest planned retirement community. Right now it's 140,000 plus residents. It's going to double in the next 10 years. We have 6 care centers called the Villages Health. Then there's, in addition to physicians and all kinds of healthcare going on in these centers, there's also an audiologist in each one of them. So there's 6 people on my team. I practice audiology pretty much full scope. So a lot of hearing loss, a lot of tinnitus, a lot of dizziness, a lot of earwax removal, right? But the way I heard about pulsed electromagnetic field therapy was because of tinnitus. Head noise, right? Ringing, buzzing, chirping. It's pronounced many different ways. A longtime patient of mine had tinnitus. Through the process of helping her, she shared with me how pulsed electromagnetic field therapy solved her problem with tinnitus. So that's what made me take a look at it, okay? Essentially, this patient gave me enough information where I wanted to learn more. I watched the video that I'm about to show you, all right? And that really piqued my interest. What you're about to watch is an 8-minute process, condensed obviously, into small bites. The first clip you're going to see is microvessel blood flow, so capillaries in the human colon. This patient has a stressed colon, otherwise they're healthy, ambulatory, no major issues, right? But their colon is having a problem. This person lays on this electromagnetic field mat for 8 minutes, right? But prior to getting on this, here's a video clip of their blood flow. When I first saw this, it didn't look terribly slow. What do I know about blood flow, right? I know a lot about the ears, but this is slow, and you're about to see how much faster it can be improved with pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. But essentially, this person is laying on a mat. Their body is enveloped in an electromagnetic field. This is 1 minute in the video that you're seeing now. Okay, so only a minute has gone by, and do you see the significant increase? Right, much faster. But wait until 8 minutes goes by. All that's happening is the computer that's hooked up to this box, right? This is 4 minutes in right here, right? That's increased blood flow, significant increased blood flow only after 4 minutes of this 8-minute treatment. But essentially, this field, right, receives the signal from the computer, and it creates a little bit of electrical reaction in your body. This is 8 minutes after you are on the mat. So you're laying there taking a nap. 8 minutes later, your blood flow is moving like that. It lasts 12 to 15 hours. So here's pre-treatment, right? Nice and slow, but it's moving. This is 8 minutes later. Super fast, 28% increase in efficiency and flow. And that impact lasts 12 to 15 hours after you get off the device. Twice a day for 8 minutes, and that blood flow lasts for a long time. But essentially, you're not feeling anything, right? You're basically taking a nap, okay, if you want. Your cell phone, my cell phone, puts out 350 microteslas. This thing puts out 35. It's not about the power. It's simply about tripping muscles that lead up to the walls of these capillaries. There's little vessels on the right of your screen, right? Microvessels. They encompass 74% of blood flow, basically, 74,000 miles of this throughout your body. It goes around the world, right, 2.5 times if you laid it end to end. That's all this machine does, is it improves blood flow, right? Now, I can sit here and tell you all kinds of stories and patient testimonials and what have you, but I want you to go to a site called pubmed.gov. Your doctors use this, pharmacists use it. Anybody that wants to research treatments and medicines and conditions, this is a starting point. It's a government-hosted site. It's unbiased. Thousands and thousands of articles. Type in the word BEMER, B-E-M-E-R, in the search engine. What's going to pop up on the screen, right, is a list of 26 or 28 articles, peer-reviewed scientific studies on blood flow as it pertains to the use of the BEMER. You'll see disease states named, all kinds of stuff, right? No other PMF company has that. So as you learn about other PMF companies, type their name in the search engine. You won't see any research. And the one research study that I want to call your attention to briefly today is this one from the Institute of Microcirculation in Berlin, Germany. They put these machines side by side, right? And they tested 7 of them, I think, right? BEMER was the control group. All these other ones that are listed were used, and the subjects received the recommended therapy sessions, the intensity and the time as indicated by the manufacturer. And they measured blood flow. And look at this, all right? 3 days, right? If we look at day 3, everybody got treatment on their respective machines. Blood flow was measured. Look at BEMER. Day 3, 28% increase. The best, closest, next competitor, if you will, if you can even say this is competing, right? What are they, 11%, 12%? Not much of a race there, right? That's like winning by a lot of lengths, right? The point is, best performing PEMF device in this study is the BEMER. Look at day 4. This is important to point out, all right? On day 4, nobody received any treatment. So everybody went 24 hours without treatment, and they received what they thought was treatment. They laid on the mat, they did their thing, right? But they didn't get anything. Look at BEMER on day 4 without any treatment. Okay, what you see there is 12, 13%. That outperformed everybody else's best day. That's incredible. And everybody else in the study, where were they? 3%, 2%, 0%? Very impressive. The other piece I want to leave you with here, just to wet your whistle, right, is our space pursuits, right? We know that astronauts, the more time they spend in space, the more issues they have with bone and muscle problems, right? Our body wasn't designed to live in zero gravity, right? So when I saw this, right, early on, like I'm showing you right now, right, I was floored, right? NASA, you got to agree, has got some pretty smart people working there. They could have reversed engineered this thing, totally reverse engineered it. They would have violated some patents, right? Because BEMER is the only PMF company that has any patents, let alone 5 worldwide patents, okay? They could have reverse engineered it, but it would have broken some patents. They could have picked any other pulsed electromagnetic field company to work with, right? They chose BEMER. In 2015, they signed a 3-year joint collaboration agreement. They just renewed that for another 2 years. So it's going to go into 2020. They want to keep the astronauts safe, right? They're not going to put this this mat. Let me show you what it looks like. They're not going to put this 6-foot mat in spacesuits or spaceships, but the computer algorithm that's coming out of that, the patented signal that's coming out of the computer into the field, they're looking for a way to put that into the spacesuits that our astronauts wear, so that the longer they're in space, the better their blood flow is, right? So it doesn't deteriorate as much as it does. They don't have the muscle or the bone issues. So that's the mat. It's 6 feet long. It's very thin. It sits under my mattress cover at home. We use it on exam chairs in the office. Very lightweight, very flexible. I travel the world with this thing. It fits into a small carry-on because I believe in this thing so much. I never go a day without doing it twice. It's amazing, and it's very, very, very lightweight and portable. Just so you know, it's an FDA-registered medical device designed for home use, right? You don't have to be a physician to order it. You don't need to see a doctor or a therapist to use it. You get a manual, you watch some videos, and you just lay on it twice a day for 8 minutes. That's it. And before you know it, within 3 to 4 weeks, things are just feeling better. The reason I really bought this initially was for my wife. She couldn't do this very well in the morning. Her fingers would lock, her thumb would jam. 15 years, right, she's had these issues. Less than 4 weeks using this device twice a day, right, for 8 minutes. This was easy. This didn't happen, and the thumb didn't lock up anymore. If she stopped using it like she did after she was feeling better, sure enough, her symptoms came back. So bet your life she doesn't skip a day anymore. Twice a day, every day. It travels with her on the plane. It goes wherever she goes because it works. As I've mentioned, it has 5 worldwide patents. This thing is a household name in Europe. There's over 1 million units being used. It's been in America for 4 years and growing in its notoriety. World-class athletes use this thing as well. It's not just for people with aches and pains. It's used in hospitals, it's used in university clinics, and it's used for research, not to mention helping a lot of people. So if I've piqued your interest, then this short video served its purpose. I'm an apostle for BEMER. I believe in this thing wholeheartedly. I've taught medical doctors, I've taught audiologists, physical therapists, chiropractors, and just everyday normal people that don't practice any type of healthcare. They just want to feel better at home. So my name and number has popped up, my email, my website has popped up. Reach out. I'm going to get back in touch with you. I'm going to answer your questions. I'll even get you on one of these at no charge, just so you can experience it. Thanks for taking the time to watch me today.